got the battlefield set out there, Nick?
Yeah, I just came from the house to the house for a while, so I can sort it out and watch it also.
Curtis is talking, but I can't hear him.
You can hear me?
I can hear you, and you obviously can hear me.
Yep.
But I can't hear Curtis. We're having a good session so far today.
Nice.
Let's see here.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Let's capture this picture.
There's a fair old few guys there, isn't there? Oh dear. Looks like a little Crusader army. Good evening, Gareth.
And Gareth, I'll get you a link in a second here. Could try getting on again, see if it works. I know you have a heck of a time with the sound. Worth a try if you're up for it. Just to let you know, Ian, what's going on in the chat, the Google chat, I have to click on Nick's screen. So to share him with to get his camera good. And I capture that view. And that's what goes into the Twitch stream. That big picture of his. It looks so great. Fantastic, Nick.
Thanks, guys. How you do this?
Huh?
How do you do so the picture will stay?
Well, if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, right now you're getting a beautiful shot of Nick's battlefield. Plus you can see the chat and all this other stuff. What's the matter, Ian?
I say it's a still shot. Oh, now I can see Nick moving. Oh, I thought it was just a still, but it isn't. Why?
So if we ever broadcast a live play from you, Nick, this is what it would look like. You have to, what I'll do is I'll highlight this part of the video, you know, whatever you guys are going to do, talking about the order of battle and showing off the layout of the tabletop. I'll capture this and upload it as a separate video where it's you guys talking about your deployment and stuff, and the viewers will see your beautiful pictures and the miniatures and everything, and still see the chat going on too. So it'll be a separate little video, and you guys can add it to your channel's playlists.
Okay.
If you want.
Fantastic.
Doug says it turned out to be a failure and Churchill was blamed Gallipoli. Yeah. Well, they did have to pull him out in the end and call it a day, and Churchill did get the blame, but he did come up with a plan for that, and I think he also came up with a plan to put troops ashore in, I don't know if it was Denmark or Northern Germany. That's why they built the tin clads, the really light cruisers, which well, Courageous and the other one ended up becoming aircraft carriers because they'd been useless as battleships. But they were built for that scheme to be, which fortunately never got put into action, because I imagine it would have been another Gallipoli.
Sorry, guys.
Hello.
Gareth said he did a bit of research on his sand problem. Apparently it's not uncommon. We often get that though, but you seem to suffer more than most.
Yeah, that looks like is it the Muslim forces? No, that looks like the Crusaders, I think.
Yeah, Crusaders.
That's a lot of them too.
Yeah, that's Nick setting up Eric. I didn't think he was going to be at the house today. Must have changed his mind.
Rash.
That's the Saracens being slung out of the box.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, Nick. I didn't think he was going to be at the house tonight.
I just passed for stay for an hour, so yeah. So why not? Let's do something. Good.
Yep.
Yeah, there I want to show you my good old days.
Oh wow. Dreadnought.
Yeah.
Blood Angel Dreadnought.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. One of the first miniatures I painted. I was 20. This one also.
Oh yeah, Chaos Dreadnought.
Yeah, and one of my favorite, Orc Buggy.
Yeah, look at that. I didn't think you ever painted 40K
Oh,
stuff. That's nice.
Yes, I have quite a few inside Blood Angels. Not too much, but I have.
Huh. Very nice, Nick. Very nice.
I can use them in the battlefield here.
Yep, there they are. Oh my God.
Oh, Twitch is a long way behind YouTube.
Yeah, I think it goes as much as 10 seconds.
Mm. There's some big babies there, aren't there? Monsters.
So in the Google chat, Ian, my icon is black. Is that what you're saying?
No. Go to Google. No, I can see the table fine. It's just everything's blurred, of course. But when I go to Twitch, clear as a bell.
Because I'm currently in the Google chat. I'm clicked on Nick's picture because I have to do that to capture that image and put it into Twitch.
The picture is not clear because I can see it clearly.
No, it's clear.
It's
Clear on Twitch.
all right.
I hope you're not going to be deploying them big monster things, them robots, in your army for the Crusaders.
Well, there are some Crusader warriors in Blood. Ah, fuck. So here it is. I'm missing. I have them in another place. A couple of more, but generally speaking, most of the Saracen units are here. I have some infantry, so complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, a few more, but most of them are here.
That's all the Crusaders you're showing, isn't it?
No, these are Saracens.
Oh, these are Saracens. I thought those were Crusaders. Oh, right. Okay. So that's my boys.
Your dead men.
Nah.
Yeah, let me put it closer. Can you see them now?
Yeah, see that clear.
Wait. Maybe because it's 15 mm. Yeah. Is it clear?
Yeah, very clear.
Always a Stella when you're deploying.
Oh, yeah. I've got a couple in the fridge. We'll be both been blathered by the time we finish deploying these babies.
I think here you can.
By the time we finish, we won't give a stuff who wins.
I don't give a stuff anyway, and I'm the first only. So you can see now the miniatures, I can imagine. I'm not showing you mine yet because I've deployed already.
Okay.
So then I will turn and you will see. But nevertheless,
Well, yeah. So I've got a lot of boys there. I've got a lot of boys there.
Yeah, the Saracen armies have 22 units, and the Crusaders have 15.
Right.
Where's Curtis, yeah?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes.
Fiddling around with some things here.
So you want me to tell you your units, Ian?
Yeah, just let me get me pad. I've got a pad ready, just so I know what I've got. Yep.
I will send you a photo, don't worry, with all the details.
Go ahead.
So let me show you here what you have. Maybe it should be higher so you can have a... Okay. Now, you have the infantry is 3 archers, medium infantry, and 1 unit of medium infantry, but I have to put the other ones, I have to go to another place, but it will be completed, of fanatics, they're called.
One unit or 2 was the be.
This is a medium infantry fanatics. They're called fanatics.
Yeah.
They are wild fighters and fanatic, obviously.
I've got one of them.
One of them, yeah?
Yeah.
And you have 3 units of Gulam spearmen, Gulam heavy infantry.
Heavy inf, yeah, okay.
Okay. And then, okay, let's go.
Oh, God, we've got more over here.
Yeah, you have a lot. Well, I have huge armies, my friend. Okay, here. Now, you have 2 units of mounted Askari warriors. They are heavy cavalry with spear, and 1 unit of Gulam warriors who are heavy cavalry with spear, but they have also a bow. Okay.
Yeah.
And 1, 2. And here you have now, you have 6 skirmish cavalry Turkoman with bows.
Mm-hmm.
And you have 4 light cavalry. These are not skirmish cavalry. We'll explain you in the rules so you know when we start. 4 Bedouin light cavalry with spears.
Okay.
Now, and you have, of course, Saladin and 2 other generals. Saladin will be 9 because he's very good. The other ones will be both 8. These were Saladin generals in Hattin, Mujaffar and Al-Afdal. These are the 2 generals with 8. and Saladin will put him 9. In the Crusader army, I put all 8, so we can give, Saladin superiority.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, so looking at that, I've got Saladin at 9.
Yeah, you have
two of the leaders at 8. I've got 3 archers, medium archers. I've got 1 medium infantry fanatics. I've got 3 Gulam heavy infantry.
3,
I've got 2 mounted Askari with spears who are heavy cavalry.
Heavy cavalry with spears, yeah?
Yeah, I've got another mounted with spear or bow. They can carry
spear
bow.
And bow. Spear and bow.
Heavy cavalry.
Yeah.
I've got 6 skirmishing cavalry Turkmen with bows.
With bows, yeah.
And I've got 4 light cav with spears, Bedouins.
Bedouins, exactly, yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. Are you happy with this army?
Oh, yes. Fantastic. I've got...
Okay.
Yeah. 20 units there.
Yeah, 20 units. So, a couple of things you need to know before you deploy. This area here, as we said, here is difficult. Okay. Now, the skirmishers, the Turkoman, being a skirmish cavalry and continuously open order, they can do as many moves as they want, of course, if you pass the orders. You know how Hail Caesar works.
Yeah.
But any other unit that is not in open order, they can change in open order, but they will get disadvantages, can do only 1 move in here. Okay.
Yep.
Now with the skirmishers, when you're shooting, so the skirmishers have a disadvantage. They cannot charge formed infantry. They can be charged and they can fight, but they cannot charge it. They can shoot from any direction. You can anyway. It doesn't matter where they're facing, and they can charge from any direction or other open order infantry. But they can be supports. They can come and support on the side as long as they don't fight. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, they have an advantage to have a special characteristic called feign flight. So if they are caught up, and this is good for luring your opponent in where you want, or avoid fighting. If they are caught, or if they are caught in hand-to-hand combat, in their turn, their command turn, they can disengage.
Yeah.
So you can make an order after the first melee, disengage, roll, check, disengage 1 or 2 moves or 3 moves, roll the dice, you disengage, and you disengage from your opponent who stands there, and then you can maybe shoot him back with your archers until he moves again, especially if you disengage 1 or 2 moves. It's a great advantage. Skirmish infantry is very difficult to handle. Of course, the Bedouins are not open order. They can become open order if you want, but they're light cavalry. They're fast. They can throw the javelins, and what they have, as with the skirmish infantry, these are the only things they have. All of them can evade. So if I charge you and you want to evade, you roll for an evade move. I mean, you roll for an order, and you say if you want to evade 1 move or 2 moves, and you evade. So this is a characteristic only for skirmish troops.
Right.
The Bedouins, who are close order light cavalry, they can become open order if you want, but they get disadvantages. But they're fast as a light cavalry. But the light cavalry can attack from the flank and from everywhere you want, because they are close order. They're formed, not close order, formed. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the basics. I mean, we're going to discuss, so you know how the skirmishers differ from light cavalry. Any unit can give order to its troops, come open order, but of course you don't get the advantages in hand-to-hand combat. I mean, it's a waste when you have heavy cavalry to make it open order, but you can do it.
And and that river's running down along the left flank, isn't it? My left flank.
Sorry?
The river, it's on my left flank, isn't it?
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And it's crossable all the way along.
It's for the light cavalry and for the skirmishers, it's crossable with any move. Any other unit has to sacrifice a move. So let's say if you're 4 inches, or even if you're 2 inches, you move at the banks, then you sacrifice a move, and then you move on the other side. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
But for skirmishers, I mean, if you're in the bank and you have a 5, whoop, you pass. For someone who is even 2 inches from the bank, you need to move first in the bank, then sacrifice a move to cross, and then you cross.
Okay.
Let me find that. I mean, you can chat with Kerry. 1 second, I want to do something in my deployment. I want to deploy it so it will look good. So just give me 5 minutes. You can ponder.
Okay. Right. So obviously the skirmish cav, they're going to. It's a case of hit and run with Anne, where the sand dunes are up there on the right flank. I obviously want to do something with that river. I want to get some, especially some mounted archers across the river. That would be a good tactic and get on his flank. I've just got to avoid head-on contact. I've just got to use this army as hit run. Try to outflank, try to isolate units, cut them up. Yes.
That's a big army. You got a lot to deploy.
Yes, 20 units. And, well, I'll be able to study it tonight with all the units I've got and decide in what order I'm going to put them. Although that's not a bad deployment as they are now, actually. Hey, has Abdul got a sick note? He's just changed, gone.
Sorry?
Has Abdul got a sick note? His mum says he can't take part in this battle.
He said what?
I was just saying, you whipped where one of me stands. I saying, what his man let him fight in this battle?
Okay. Just give me 5 minutes, I'll be with you. I just want to finish them.
Okay. Yeah, it's one impressive looking army, isn't it, Eric? Can't beat 15 mil for a impressive looking force and a big force that's big enough to actually see. Okay.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened to Curtis? Okay?
There it is. How many cavalry units?
I've got
How many?
there's 2 mounted
Three.
scouts with spears,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
1 with spear and bow. There's 6 skirmish cavalry Turkmens with bows, and 4 light cavalry with spear Bedouins. So 10, 11. I've got 13 cavalry and 7 infantry. So a lot of movement. As I say, it's going to be a hit and run, trying to split off parts of his force to take out piecemeal. Try to lure him on, especially into them dunes where it's difficult going for him. I'll just have to use the evade and the disengage rule
Feint flank, yeah.
and flank. Yeah, basically.
Feint flight, yeah.
Feign flight. Yeah, that's it. I shall. We'll soon see when we get to see the Crusader army. This is gonna. If it's taking him this long, it's going to be looking good.
1 second, guys. Ela Argentina.
She just said your wife's about to give birth, Nick. So can I tell her to hang on for a couple of hours? We're in deployment phase here. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of thinking about this with all these cavalry. Right.
It should be ideal for Hail Caesar. That just screams for big battles like this. Lots of units. So I think it's going to play really good.
I'm not sure the range of the Bowman. I don't think it's a huge range. And the river, well, you can get across it in one bound. It's affordable, especially for skirmish troops. It's virtually no barrier at all. It's down one bank and up the other. For heavier troops, then they miss a bound to cross the river. But I think it's more like a shallowish stream rather than Nick looks like the side of the Suez Canal, but I don't think it's meant to be that steep. And how was Crusader cavalry heavy? Well, I imagine so, but we haven't seen it yet, so I'm assuming there'll be lots of heavy cavalry and lots of heavy infantry. There'll be crossbowmen. I don't think he'll have much in the region of light cavalry. Keep them mainly heavy. You'll have hospitallers. You'll have the usual suspects in the Crusader army. No, I don't. What I am thinking though is getting some cavalry archers across the river and onto his flank. And then if he does attack, I can simply evade or do the old feigned retreat job, feigned flight, lure him in. Because I've got some heavy cavalry over this on this flank as well, backing up any light who go across with the bows. In the centre, I've got three heavy infantry, and I've also got three dismounted archers. So I would think they'll form the centre, archers to the front, which can then hopefully push back through. If it gets a bit hot there, they can push back through behind the heavy infantry in the centre. And then on the right, on the dunes, I've got all those Turkmen skirmish cavalry with bows as well. They can keep dashing forward to attack whatever's on his left flank, pulling back. So I don't think the deployment will be too difficult. It's how you control them with three leaders. I'm going to have to split them into three battles. I'll have a right flank with the six Turkmen skirmish cavalry. Give one of the generals to them. Saladin in the centre with a heavy force, the infantry, possibly with a cavalry unit attached as well. I think heavy cav. Well, I'll think about this tonight or tomorrow and finalise where I want to put everything. But that's a rough idea. Unfortunately, Nick's not here to hear me, so he won't know. Unless he watches the video later.
Yeah, then he'll know everything.
Yeah. Well, as I say, it's not finalised yet, but that's my initial plan. But I don't know what I'm facing yet. I've got to see what he's got lined up. But then he might change his as well. I don't know what they're talking about. It's all bloody Greek to me.
How far off is modern Greek from, say, ancient Greek?
I really don't know. I would imagine quite a bit. I mean, if you think about just medieval English, I mean, I would think we would be hard pressed to understand someone from, well, not Norman Town because I spoke bloody French, but you know, from like say, from after the 100 Years' War, even up to Tudor periods, the English spoken then would be quite different. And so, if you're talking about Greek, you're talking going back 3,000 years. So I imagine it's evolved quite a bit. I would imagine the ancient Greek is more like Latin rather than modern Greek.
Yeah.
Although Latin's really Roman, isn't it? So an ancient form, I don't know.
It's tough, especially when you recreate actual battles. You got all these names of generals and locations to try and decipher. And, you know, Google Translate is no help, especially with Latin. They don't even have Latin as an option.
I don't think Greek. Well, I think they do come from Greek because the Romans pinched most of the Greek ideas anyway, didn't they? I don't have my LC's booklet with me, so I'll have to rely on Nick. I can't remember what the range of bowman is on mount. I'm sure it's less though than a standing archer.
Is the layout of the terrain what it was in that picture he showed earlier, the last paint and shot? Is it the same thing?
I think so.
Let me see if I can find it.
I think so, but it was we were looking at it from the other end. I think we was at the.
Sorry,
All right, Nick.
sorry, my mother was there. The one who should be obeyed
Yeah.
After my wife. 1 second, let me sort out something. You were chatting, I know, sorry.
No, yeah, it was just discussing about the layout of the table and the forces and battle plans, etc.
Okay, so 1 second. Okay. So what, Gerd, do you like it, how it looks?
Yeah, I love the way it looks. Where is the... Has the terrain changed at all from that picture you took a couple days ago?
No, I don't have any. I mean, I had a sand hill that I was thinking of putting, but I cannot find it.
Okay.
I was thinking just putting a hill for.
So it's rough ground on the one side, and then a river on the other opposite side.
Yeah. When I deploy the Kingdom of Jerusalem, I will show you the whole. And when Ian deploys, I will show you the whole battlefield.
Good. I have a map picture posted right now, and it basically shows on the right side of that map. That's Ian's army. That's the Muslims, Forces of Islam.
Yeah.
So they have the river on their left, and they have this rough ground on their far right, where they have their light troops deployed. I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
And the infidels are on the other side.
And I have the river on the left.
Mm-hmm.
And on the right, excuse me. I have the river on the right and the rough ground on the front left.
Yeah.
Okay, there's many generals here, but we'll remove them just for sure. Okay, I'm fine. Ian, you can deploy from. Yeah?
Yep.
You can deploy if you want. I'm fine.
Okay, well, starting on the right flank, do I get to see your army or not? Do I just have to deploy and hope for the best?
So here, your right flank here.
Yeah, the right flank over in the sand dunes there.
Okay, tell me.
I want all the 6 skirmishing cav, the Turkmens with bows.
Turkmens, okay. 3 and 3, one behind the two groups. Huh?
Yeah, 3 and 3.
This during the battle have to be in a loose formation, so it will be visible. But now I put them like normal order here.
Yeah, okay. Just for the lineup, yeah.
Yeah. So we can make the line. Okay.
That'll be my right flank battle, and one of the generals will be in command.
Yeah.
Not
It will be commanded.
One of the other. Jaffa, is it?
Okay. Now center.
Center.
Wait, let me
just take them off that I've used them. Right. Center. At the rear, I want my 3 Gulan heavy infantry.
Okay, I have them here.
Yeah. In front of them.
You have also the fanatics, you know that, huh?
Yeah. In front of them, I want the 3 medium archers.
Yes, I have them already.
Right.
Okay.
So that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I also
want the fanatics beside them, or no? You have the Gulam infantry here, 1, 2, 3 spearmen, and here are the fanatics. I mean, I'm going to bring some units, some bases. I forgot them somewhere else, but you want them in one beside the other with the fanatics here.
Yes, I'll go. The fanatics there.
4 and 3. So 4 and 3 in front. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's them. So that's the fanatics ticked off. Right. Now on the left flank, closest to the river.
I mean, you can deploy and here. I can imagine. I mean, there's no issue for this if you want. I don't mind.
On the left flank,
I can deploy here also. So.
Well, on the opposite bank.
Yeah, I am this way. You're here.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I've got 4 light cavalry for Bedouins with spears.
Here.
Yep. Put them.
How many? All 4?
Yeah, all 4.
All 4. Okay.
Well, let's see what size they are. Put one down and let me have a look.
You can put 2, so you can put 4 like a square, but they go very fast. You can put them along the bank if you want.
Yeah, okay.
So you want all 4?
Yeah, we'll have them on that side, yeah.
Okay. One in front of the other.
Yeah, for now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then you will. These are the Bedouin warriors. Okay.
Right. The two mounted Ascari heavy cavalry, are they the ones next to the river on the other side?
Well, here Saladin is going to control what? I mean, you have 2 commanders base balance. You have, okay, you deployed this. You have one here. You have, so you can see the whole. You have 2 Ascari heavy cavalry with spears, and 1 Ghulam heavy cavalry with spears and bow, and you have a space in the flanks of the infantry. You have space here if you want to put them.
Yeah. Let's have the 2 Ascaris in that gap.
One beside the other?
Yep. It will fit. Can you?
Like this, huh?
Yeah, Ketus, can you get rid of that whole picture from the frame? I can't see all the picture.
Okay.
Right, Saladin's going to control the centre.
Okay.
The other general, which was it Al-Afri?
The other, Al-Afdal is the other general.
Al-Afdal.
Will control the Turkmen?
Yeah.
The Bedouin?
Yeah.
Huh?
I want him on across the river, that's it.
Yeah, I put him, I will show it afterwards, yeah. No issue.
Yeah. And what's that one left now? That's just the one spear and bow, heavy cab, isn't it?
This is the Ghulam fighters. You have a space here if you want. On the flanks.
Yes, let's put them there.
Okay. Now, all this will be controlled by Saladin, correct?
Yeah.
And the flank knights, because Saladin has the center, correct?
Yes, he'll control all them. That'll be the biggest battle.
Okay, so we have
the light cavalry being controlled by Jaffa, and this cavalry here will be controlled by Al-Afal.
Okay, so we have 4 Turkmen Bedouin light cavalry here over the bank of the river, and here you have your main force. We have 2 Ascari mounted heavy cavalry with spears. You have also 1, 2, 3 Ghulam infantry with spears and 1 fanatics. In front of them, 1, 2, 3 archers. Here on the flank, you have Ghulam mounted knights, heavy cavalry with spears, but they have also a bow. This is controlled by Saladin, correct?
Yep.
And here on the other flank, you have 6 skirmish infantry, skirmish cavalry, Turkmen, controlled by the 3rd commander. Okay?
Yep.
So that's fine. Perfect. Okay. Let us show now the battle, how it will happen. Okay. And let's go to the Christians. Okay. So the Christians have in the center, commanded by King Bold. I mean, forget all these commanders, just put them for show. Commanded by King Baldwin the IV, you have 4 Crusader crossbowmen. This is the center.
Yeah.
And you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 Crusader spearmen and 1 Crusader foot knights or men at arms. This controlled by Baldwin the Fourth. Here on the flanks, go so you can see better. Okay, you can see here? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Here in the flanks, you have three Crusader mounted knights controlled by Belian of Ibelin. And here, but on the other side of the river, not where you put yours, you have 4 units of the Holy Orders, two Hospitallers and 2 Templars, commanded by the Hospitaller Master, Garnier de Nablus.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I mean, let me put the Crusaders so you can have an idea. The characteristics of the Crusaders are that the Hospitallers and the Templars have lances, of course. The Hospitallers and the Templars are eager, they're tough fighters and stubborn, as per the army list, and the Crusaders are just eager and tough fighters. The spearmen all are normal, but the footmen at arms are tough fighters and eager also. So you have some strong units here, but here you have a lot of advantage in mobility.
Mm-hmm.
Care to listen? You saw it, Kurt?
Yep.
What do you think? It's fun.
Looks great. Nick, did you say you got a second camera you're going to be using?
Yes, yes, the other computer when we start, yeah. Yes, there is a lot of cavalry. Yes, a lot of cavalry. And that was how the battles were there. But we have a lot of infantry also.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm quite happy with my setup, looking at what you've got there. Powerful flanks you've got, but...
Boy, if those Crusaders can take advantage of their fast-moving cavalry, well, they're cavalry, if they can take advantage of that and just get to grips with their center forces quick.
But I tell you what, that because I knew that, especially in the rough ground, I mean, everybody would have done it, not only Ian. Ian would put the guys and try and have it. His skirmishers who would create problems for me. What I did now, I said, let's attack the center and try to destroy it quickly. So the flanks the flanks will be very strong, but if I break the center, so I put all my 4 holy orders together. I didn't separate them, so they will charge directly. And my crossbow with the spears and the men-at-arms here, so we can attack the center where the ground is clear. Although there's some very strong units, and he has his mounted there. And I will try to see how, with my 3 Crusader units here, with Belian, I can negotiate with his skirmishers. It's going to be very difficult here for them. But the issue is this: these 4 units. I use them as a tank. I want them, the Hospitallers and the Teutonic Order, to charge. But of course, Ian has also his.
Oh, your foot troops are in the middle. I thought you had cavalry in the middle. Nope.
No, I have the foot troops in the middle. No.
All right.
I was thinking of putting the cav in the middle, but then it would be difficult. I had to negotiate the foot troops. I mean, they would have to divide. Some of them should have been in the flanks. And there will be problem with the difficult ground. We'll see how it will work. We'll see how it works. I like the miniatures are very nice, I think.
Mm-hmm. I love them.
Yeah, they look beautiful, yeah.
Ian has... sorry.
How do you win, Nick? Is it a scenario objective, or is it by break points?
By break, I mean, you have scenario if you want, but I don't have scenario. Break points, I think... if you break half of the army, 1.5 divisions, basically Hail Caesar has 3 divisions. If you break half of one division, it becomes broken, it becomes demoralized, they can still fight, but basically what you do, the only orders you can give is for retreat. So if you break 1.5 of the divisions, you can win. So from 3 divisions, 1.5. If you are 4, 2. So we'll see how it works.
Yeah, should be good.
The only thing that I was, let me put it the other side. Let me try and give a better view with both. 1 second, guys. Oh, where I can had a bigger box somewhere. Where is it? Because I want Ian to be able to see his army as well. Let me check. Here it is. 1 second.
Look, good thing as well, if you've got 2 cameras going, I'll be able to get my camera going with the dice tray so we can see all the dice rolling as well.
It's going to be fun.
You can't do that when you've only got 2 cameras.
Really? Why?
I don't know, it just don't work. We've tried it before.
Okay. 1 second. Can you see?
Yeah.
You can see a bit better now, then. Yeah, I think we can see a bit of both arms, can we?
Yeah. That's what I know.
Yeah.
When you see them both laid out arrayed opposite each other, all of a sudden the Saracen army didn't look quite as big as it did before.
Sorry, Ian, what?
I'd say when you see them both laid out together,
Yeah.
facing off, the Saracen army didn't look quite as big as it did before.
It has more units, but because they're skirmishers and they have two figures on a base, they look less because you have more units, but your flanks have 2 figures per base. In this Muslim in the Crusaders' army, it's all heavy cavalry, heavy infantry. It's 1 less. It has 4 or 5 less less units. The Crusader army.
Nice, that's okay. We'll be fine with that one.
But I'll tell you something. I love these guys. My foot knights.
Yeah.
They're nice, I think, huh?
Yeah, thanks.
Also, let me show you your gulam. These are the strong bows and you see bows and spear.
Yeah.
These are the gulam. Let me show you any. Here are the tool commands. Here are the tool commands, so you can know. Right.
It won't focus.
Yeah. Oh, now it broke also. Very good.
Careful, man.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm joking. Yeah, here
There
it
it
is.
is. There it is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good.
These are the 2 commands. Let me show you what else. Let me show you the Garnier de Nablus, the commander of the Hospitallers.
Yeah.
Nice.
And this is the King of Jerusalem, Baldwin IV. Focuses on. Come on, man.
It just won't.
They never bloody will when you want them to.
Nope. Are they Essex?
Yeah, here it is.
Oh.
No, this is Legio Heroica.
Oh, they're nice. They are nice, Nick.
I like also the Crusader Knights.
Yeah.
I used them with the red caps also. They were wearing for the heat. And let me show you some Muslims, some Saracens. Very good. These are from my favorite Saracen army, the fanatics and the Askari warriors. Here they are. These are the Ghulam infantry.
Yeah, they look good.
Doesn't focus on much, but you can see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And here, these are my favorites also, the fanatics.
Hand painted shields?
Yeah, these are hand painted, yeah. Yeah, the Saracens have very beautiful units. And here, two more, these are, again, part of the Scary. Doesn't focus, I think, at all. Come on, you little shit. Anyway, and here is Saladin.
The boy.
The warrior himself. So, yeah.
Good.
You have to keep our in mind because now there are many skirmish rules that play a very important role in the game. And you need to remember.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if the two armies meet in the center and clash, that would be a nice sight.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try and hope that doesn't happen.
Want to say again?
I'm going to try and make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, true. Because you have many, many mobile troops.
Yeah.
Here. So you see the Saracen army is very big.
It is big.
And you cannot see the 4 units over the river.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, just for No, OG said, is it the Battle of Montes Yard? It's not, no. It's just a generic battle that we've laid out just to give the rules a test with the 15mm Crusaders and Saracens. So it's not a battle from history, it's one we've just created.
And the guys to see here are the Crusaders. So as we said here, the Crusaders are deployed. So we can make a recap for So here, so you can remember, and again here, all the holy orders on the right flank.
Yeah, your tank.
Templar and Hospitallers. 1, 2, 3, 4 Crusader crossbowmen and 1, 2, 3, 4 militia Crusader spearmen and some Crusader men-at-arms, foot knights, heavy infantry, how you call it.
Mm-hmm.
And here on the flanks, the Crusader knights of the Crusades. I mean, not holy orders.
Hmm.
So from your army, just another recap. So, okay, over the river we have the 4 Turkoman skirmish infantry, skirmish cavalry. No, light cavalry, excuse me. No, yeah, light cavalry. 2 Askari heavy cavalry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 Ghulam spearmen and 1 unit of fanatics. 3 Saracen archers, one Gulam cavalry with spears and bows, and here in the rough ground, 6 units of skirmish Turkoman infantry, skirmish Turkoman cavalry. Correct?
Yep. Yeah, that looks good. Should be a good battle. Just need to kick it off now and decide when we're going to.
Yeah, when Kurt doesn't have a chat on Saturday, we have a chat.
No, Friday. Friday's the next chat.
Okay, we can do it Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday will be doing me fine. So we'll kick it off on Saturday and have a good.
When you were talking before, Kurt, I was thinking of putting all my cavalry in the center, but the issue is that he has a lot of spearmen in the center. I was wondering, maybe he can do an overlap, and then I will have, problems. So my infantry in the center is strong. They will go with crossbows. It will be, and my hope is here that if these guys here were very strong and fanatic charge, and manage to, the 4 units of holy orders, and manage to create problems, that would be good. The only problem here is a major issue is that what the Crusader Knights will do in the difficult ground. With 6 skirmish units, they can be shot continuously from any direction. That's the danger.
Yeah. Now, what do you have on your left flank? You said they were Crusader Knights. They're not the orders, but they're just knights.
Oh, no, Crusader Knights. Under Balian of Italy. Here is the gentleman himself. Let's hope it will focus. One of my favorites, Balian.
Nice.
Yeah, here is the Crusader Knights. These guys, we'll see what will happen. Because I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something now that Ian deployed also. For sure here is a dune sand and difficult ground, and these guys can shoot and move, but Ian here is congested. It's not a very big area. He has 6 units. You see? He needs to see how he will find space to move all around. It's 6 units here, so he's congested a bit here. It's not only, I had the feeling that Ian will put, because I would say 3 units here would be fine. I had the feeling that Ian will put his skirmishers here in the front to protect his main army, so they can shoot and go back, shoot and come back, and the skirmishers can overlap and go back of the army without any interpenetration problems. So I thought that Ian maybe would put 4 here and 3 here, that they would harass my infantry that goes slower. But he has something in his mind. He's sleazy boy. But
a man like a sewer.
But I was but I was thinking that he may put a couple of skirmish Turkomans in the front of his center, so he would harass my advance, because however you put it, the advance of the Crusader infantry will be much slower, and he could harass and attack the crossbowman and inflict wounds and go back. But he has something in his mind for sure. So, and the good thing that this army is going to, because the attackers are the Crusaders, so they have to bring the battle to the Saracens. But just talking from the top of my head, nothing much.
Yeah, I've got plans for the skirmish cavalry. Don't you worry about that.
Bad plans, I hope.
Yes. Well, bad for you.
Oh God.
How many sessions do you think you'll take to finish the battle?
It's a big battle.
It's a big one.
Yeah, it's big. I mean, let me tell you something. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 9 units in the center for me, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10, and 10 units for the center for Ian. So the center battles are strong, and Ian has also strong right flank with 6 and 4. That's a lot of. I mean, you have 4 and 6, 10, and 11. You have 21, 22 units here and 15, 16 here. So you need. I think it will take. I mean, I don't know how much time it will take because it depends also on the die roll, and Ian and dice how they're lovers. I'm fighting a couple here. It's very difficult. So yes, you never know, and also blunders and everything that will take part of it. Fantastic.
Yeah, of course, there's all that as well. The dreaded blunder.
Yeah. So instead of brigades, like in Black Powder, and all your units are added to these brigades, and there's a brigadier commander who has to make these tests. It's the same way in Hail Caesar, right? Except they're not brigades; they're called.
They call battle.
Battles?
Battle. Yes, battle. Or divisions.
But it works the same way, right, Nick? I mean, there's the commanders of those battles are still rolling their dice to follow up on their decided order.
Yeah, exactly. And you can say, for example, let me give you an example here.
Okay.
What you can do, you have to be very. I mean, me and Ian, and we're friends. We don't have these details, but you can say here, for example, this. Cavalry, you can give an order to move once, or you can give an order move until you find an opponent and charge. So you need maybe 1, 2, 3 moves or whatever. So yeah, it's nice. The order system in Hail Caesar is very interesting. Move and the movement is easy and easy going and free. So it's gonna be fun. Especially with Ian's army, with the Fink flight and the evading and the skirmishers being able to shoot from all the sides. There's a lot to think about, and there's a lot of danger. You can have, for example, I'll give you an example here. Ian also, because Ian needs to get familiar with the rules as well. I mean, he is, but generally speaking, if you have, for example, the skirmishers who have to be a bit looser like this, they cannot be tight formation, so you can understand.
Yeah.
So if it would be like this. So if you have the skirmisher here, and you have, let's say, a unit of, I'm just giving an example. Here is a unit of crossbowmen. Let's say that the skirmishers are somewhere here, let's say. They can shoot at them. They can shoot here. They can shoot here, they can shoot everywhere. So you have to think about it as an opponent, but also as a player, that you have this ability with, these are too common, with your army. It has a lot of flexibility. So, yeah, so you have to think about this. Also, you have to think about pushbacks, supports, rear support, side support, charging. All this, it's important for the strong unit, for the heavy infantry units. Maybe I can put it here so you can see the river also. Here's the river. Mm-hmm. And here is where Ian has his Turkoman. So they can cross directly, but the heavy cavalry this has to be negotiated with a move. So you need to sacrifice a move to cross. Of course, you can make an order and say 2 moves cross the river, and you will, let's say if you are a bit further from the river, you need 3 moves. 1 to reach at the edge, 1 for the river, and 1 to cross it. So, but you can say cross the river, you can directly go ahead, but it needs better dicing.
Well, I've got my special dice, Nick. You know, the ones with no 1s and 6s.
I know the ones. I hate them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be a bit different, the way from the have a 100 years war strategy, where you have the English in good position, the longbowman strong, and you can defend here. I mean, here there is going to be a different strategy for sure. I mean, different strategy, different game, basically.
Yeah, that'll be good.
What do you think, Ian?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Should be good. It's how to make best use of all my extra, all that mobility I've got. Because I'm sacrificing strength of armor for mobility and strike, short and sharp strikes.
Do you think there's going to be enough space between the armies to take advantage of your speed and maneuverability, or do you think he's going to be able to get on top of those light troops quick?
It depends on the. It depends on what you roll, because I mean,
that's true.
If what was my generals, a 9 and an 8, so I've got to roll below that. So to do 3 moves. If I roll a 9, I can do 1. If I roll an 8, I believe I can still only do 1. If I roll a 7, I can do 2. If I roll a 6, I could do 3. Yeah. So no problem. So it gets harder and harder the more things you try to do. Yeah. And then of course you've got the dreaded 666, and next minute your cavalry is paddling in the river instead of going where you want them to go. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I've got a few ideas. I'm more concerned about this tank on the right flank.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we can.
The Holy Order Knights?
Yeah, I'm sure my secondmans can add a little bit there. And I've got 2 units of heavy cav. I know they're not up to their standard, but they've got support from across the river as well. And I really just got to try and keep my forces together. Another thing what's difficult to do when you're rolling by the command strength of the points, you can either try and play it safe and just move one bound, or you can go for it and try and move 2 or 3, but then your line might fragment. I've got to move forward a little bit because I want some space behind me in case I need to fall back. Well, yes, it should be a good battle. It'll be interesting because you've got a mobile army against a really heavy, solid army, but both sides have got plenty of cav. Yeah, you'll be saving the swearing for Saturday night, Gary.
Yeah, there's no point now, Gary. There's no point. On a game night, you hear.
Yeah.
Especially, with his dice rolling, it's going to be X-rated.
You'll be able to see me dice this time, though. You've got the laptop cameras rolling. So.
This is serious, my friend Gary. It's a holy war. We don't, it's a holy war now. It's not bullshit French against French. Not a civil war. French against French. We're talking about holy war now. The big guys here.
Yeah, we'll advertise it and we'll do it live so you guys can see it. There'll probably be multiple parts, I would have thought. We'll see. We would like to keep them to about 90 minutes, don't we, Nick, an episode? Because after that, it's a bit long for people to watch also. Nick's having to charge around the table for all that time, having to move things, measure things, check rules and all the rest of it. So 90 minutes is plenty long enough for a session.
Yeah, I think 3 sessions will be okay. I have the feeling. I don't think more. 3, 4.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
And anyway, when the armies reach close to each other, it'll be easier. It'll be like here. I mean, at least it would be. I mean, now you cannot see both, but let me try. Oh, here you can get a bit earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It usually works. We've made it work before, no problem.
Yeah, I was just saying so people can see the deployment. Here is where Ian has his Turkmen in this corridor. And here are the other armies up to the flank where here is the difficult ground. So yeah. But when the armies get closer to each other, it will be easier to see. Anything else, Gareth? You want to say anything?
Gary says, yeah, I start to drink at the start of the episode. I pretty much pass out 90 minutes later. Now, it looks good, Nick. I think it's going to be a fun battle for me to watch because I like Crusader armies over those 100 Years War guys. I like this stuff.
Yeah, I know.
And it should be tactically interesting because of the unit types and the contrast between the armies. And plus, I want to see how you react when you actually win a battle. Because you're going to win, Nick. You know you're going to win. I want to see it.
Oh, my friend. Oh, my friend. If I win the battle, the swearing will be endless.
Yeah. We're taking bets already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Who's betting against me? Gary, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You traitor.
It's going to be good, Gary. Going to be good.
Eric is saying, very good. Eric is saying, Ian, find where the French are, where you will break through.
Yeah.
Well, basically, I mean, historically, if the Crusader states, most of the knights were French, so Crusader knights are here. Most of them are French here.
Yeah, well, there you go then. There's a weekend.
Although under Balian, but yeah, most of them French. Now the Hospitallers and the Templars, most of them were French, weren't they?
I think so, yeah. A lot of them, yeah.
Here they are.
Look at that.
Must have really pleased them to be fighting under a red cross, an English cross. I know that one adopted well later, was it?
So you have the deployment again. I have to send you, I'll do it tomorrow, your army's attributes, so you know them.
Mm-hmm.
And the characteristics. And we can start on, just remember the moves we're going to do half. We're going to happen.
Yeah.
Anyway, they suggest, so have an idea. So yeah, here it is. So if infantry moves 6 inches, so we will do it 3. I can imagine. Or no, 6 is too much. We'll do it 3.
Yeah.
Light chariots, another formed cavalry move 9 inches. So your cavalry, that's why you have speed. Cataphracts and cavalry, that means holy orders and French knights are 6. So 6. So how are we going to do this? 3 again. With a mounted as well. It's very slow. I don't know how we'll do this. Light cavalry, another form cavalry 9. So they will be divided by 2, will be 5 approximately. Yeah, so we can make cavalry 5. Light cavalry is in open order and horse archers 12. So we can make it. No, I have to. Should we keep it the 12 mm? No, there's 28 mm or no?
What about metrics?
Yeah, I was going to say, well, do you use centimeters?
Yeah, it's better. You're right.
So 6 centimeters for the infantry.
6 centimeters.
That's Nick. That's what I do with my Napoleonics with black powders. The same thing. The infantry moves 6 inches. I just use it as 6 centimeters.
Okay.
Because the table's not really wide, so centimeters would be better.
So 6 centimeters for cataphract cavalry. So we can consider the heavy Crusader Knights cataphract cavalry, correct?
Yeah.
So 6 inches for the heavy Crusader Knights and the heavy Saracen Knights and the heavy infantry and infantry. 9 centimeters for the light cavalry and 9 for the light chariots and formed cavalry. Formed cavalry is what now? Light cavalry and horse archers 12. So Ian's cavalry will be 12. But formed cavalry is 9. Maybe 9. Maybe this would be 9. 9 should be the Crusaders. I don't know. We'll see. We'll discuss.
Yeah, we can work out. But if we go for centimeters, that makes more sense. And then from there, if everything's high, we just use centimeters. We don't have to do any halving and rounding up and all that rubbish.
Yeah, we can do this. I can check also other rules, what they have movement for 15 mm. But yeah. Okay, good.
Nice. Okay. Well, the boys can have a stand easy now and get the silver meal. They've got a couple of days to wait before the battle starts.
Yeah.
So it'll be probably Saturday afternoon or evening.
Yeah, for me, Saturday, the sooner the better. When you're free, and the sooner, even if it's early, I'm fine.
Okay. I'll try and make it early afternoon then.
Yeah.
That's UK time. So if we look at the 1 p.m. UK time, which is 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time,